We are live. So you want to be a legend? Let's take it. Yes. We are here for you guys. I am Devin from United Black Element. I'm here with my fellow UB coordinators. If y'all would introduce yourselves.
I'm AJ.
And I am CJ.
Yes, and for those of you who don't know, United Black Element exists to enable young, Black, same gender loving men to fulfill their greatest potential for good. Um, yes, and so we are also joined here with Mr. Diego Miyake-Mugler from
Hey
Legendary.
everyone. Hey guys, what's up?
So yes, if you guys are in the
Yeah.
DFW area, remember that you can always give us a call at 214-393-3700 for free HIV and syphilis testing or to inquire about PrEP. Okay, that's always available. Now we are here today. We are missing the Paris. We don't know where she is. So if y'all know her, find her, call her, tell her to get here. Um, we we are talking about Legendary Season 2, Episode 5. Okay, so this is the Pop Tart Ball. Pop Tart Ball. I don't know why, but Pop Tart Ball. And yes, this is a good episode. I'm ready for this. I'm excited. This one got me up. I finally the season just started. The season started. So yes, first category is house productions, right? So they had to incorporate hip hop and Vogue. That was fun. I'm sad she ain't here because she loved to say that the Ebonies was the first to do the hip hop on Legendary. So that's why I'm surprised she ain't made it yet. So yes, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So first up was Icon, right? Icon went
Icons.
first. Now their looks. I was here for them.
What did you guys think about the looks?
I said
Did you guys
I liked it. I liked the whole comic book part of it, or like how they incorporated the comic book part.
To be honest, I don't remember nobody but Kylie and Jamil. Them two.
Kylie's
was
soda
everything.
can rollers.
I love her. She's so sweet.
The had Jamil had the painted abs, right? The abs.
Yeah, but he also had the painted on hairline and all like that. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
they did that.
The artists that the makeup team on this season was completely amazing, and they really worked really hard, like with creating the looks and the artists, the references that we all did with the artists the artists that we represented. They did an amazing job, like with the body work on our bodies, and complimenting wardrobe too. So it was great.
I was definitely here for it, and performance wise, outside of their looks, Icon, they did. This was, I would say, my favorite of theirs. This was my favorite performance that they have given so far.
Popped out.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. It was my favorite performance. I thought their looks was by far the best. Even with their Grand March, this look was by far the best that they had this season, and also the performance was the best that they had.
Yeah, it was like they finally realized what they were here for. And I was like, okay.
I ask everybody, what would you have given them?
What would I have given them? Score.
Judges.
There was some empty parts, I feel like, that could have been filled in through the performance. And it could have just been a little more tighter and a little more cleaner. I probably would have gave them like a 7.
Okay.
CJ, what you give them?
I wrote down an 8.
Okay.
Devin.
What did I write? I said, "Ooh, I didn't write a score. Ooh, I was just surprised they did good. Is that bad?
That is
Not surprised.
that
Not surprised that they did good. It's just after the last week. After the last week, I didn't expect a lot. So I was low key gagged. They gagged me because it was good. But I'd say if I had to score them now, it's probably an 8. I'd probably give them an 8.
Okay.
Too.
Okay, so we're
What
all
about you,
around the
AJ?
same. We're all around the same thing. Yeah, I think the performance was great this show.
Wait, AJ, what score did you give?
I gave them a 7. I would have gave them a 7.
I gave him an 8.
An 8? Okay.
Everybody gave them 8s.
Okay.
Okay,
Diego was the law of the group.
that's not bad.
Not the law.
Finally, I can sit back and give scores. The real.
Okay, not the real one. Okay. I mean, so yeah, they did good. And then we had Balenciaga. Somebody else start this. Go ahead, AJ.
Okay.
How you feeling?
Well, y'all know that's my
either one.
favorite house. So no offense, but y'all know that's my favorite house on the show. So
the House of Balenciaga is your favorite house on the show?
That's what
I'm just asking the question. So I'm just repeating. I'm just repeating what you said. That's fine. That's fine.
they're my favorite house on the show so far. Now this performance, I didn't give them a 9 or a 10. I did give them an 8, and I did say that I felt like Taraji's advice to them was spot on though. Like, I don't think Malik should have been more. I don't think he should have been as emotional, thinking that he fucked up or like that he messed up. Or anything.
Khalid with a K.
Oh shoot! I'm so sorry. I love the house still, but
Okay.
You don't even know their names, girl. You don't even know their names.
I messed up. I said cuz.
Okay.
So go down that rabbit hole. I fucked up.
There. We have someone new, and then Jaws made his way. How are you?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
What's going on, John? How you doing?
Sorry, I was late, y'all.
No, it's no problem. You right on time. Just a little bit. What did you think of Icon's performance look? That's all you missed.
The icons, they did it for me. I mean, the look, everything was like, it was so cute. And the performance was
really
everything. Especially down to the redemption battle.
Okay. We ain't got that far, but now we're going to the Balenciagas. That's AJ's favorite house on the show. That's what he said.
Okay.
He
No shot
said
at
this is favorite. I want somebody else to go before I go.
I'll say something.
Go ahead.
Well, the notes I had were there was no Honey sad face because I actually kind of like Honey's energy when Honey is performing.
Everyone does.
I wrote here that I wasn't a fan of the outfits. I don't really remember what they were, but I wasn't crazy about them apparently from what I wrote. I did like how they like kind of tossed him onto the stage and how he kind of looked like he almost like floated down onto the stage when he landed. It was like very graceful, so I thought that was cool. There was there's like a dance break where they gave me like Everybody Mad from like Coachella. I saw that a little bit. I did write that Shannon needs to do more. I don't feel like Shannon does much every performance. She kind of just walks in at the last second. And that was kind of a comment that was made. And I feel that way too. I'm like, I knew that she was behind that thing. I was just waiting for her to walk out for like 2 seconds and then for the performance to be over. And that's exactly what happened. So that's my those were the notes that I had.
See, the Balenciagas. Okay, I guess I'll go now. The Balenciagas for me, overall, just in general, it was a good performance, right? It was good, but I feel like they missed the mark on look and incorporating hip hop. Like I don't feel like either one of those boxes were checked for me enough, and so I don't know why they got the scores that they got. To me, they should have been a little lower. Just a little.
I mean, they were the lowest scoring house of the night without the bonus points. So,
well, I don't know. I remember them getting some 9s and stuff. That's all I'm saying. And I don't think it was that. I would have probably gave them a 6 or a 7. For me. Because I just, not that I didn't, like I said, overall, the performance wasn't bad. I just felt like they could have done a lot more. And so that's why Hazel Paris.
What's going on,
Hey. Hi, how's everybody doing? I'm sorry, I'm tardy to the party. So what houses that we already talked about so far?
We talked about Icon and we talked about Balenciaga. Any thoughts?
So let me do my quick review so I can catch up to them. But first, let me say hi to Jar and Diego.
Hi, boo.
I want Diego to know that he's my man in my head. Okay, so the House of Icon. I felt like this was their best performance. It's no shade. I really enjoyed them this episode, and particularly like the pop art bitch. Their effects were, I loved it. From the effects, I like the fact of I love their choreography, their hip hop. Like it was that. It was was more so like a reminder of kind of like where the House of Ebony was around the same time in the competition. Like we had finally got it all, like our choreography, everything was always good to me. It was just always, we missed the mark on our look. So by the time we actually got, it all together, it was like that was their thing. The House of, like at this point, it's irritating to me. I saw only one person incorporate hip hop, so I would have not checked out hip hop either, because it's supposed to be a production at the house. And I stated this on the very first show, did I not? I said it's about to give a whole bunch of live-ins all over again, where you have your house mother who isn't really capable of doing too much, and she's always not. What the fuck is she doing? She's not doing anything. It's like, girl, y'all are not being as critical as y'all are other houses to the Balenciaga. I'm just like, girl, it really wasn't it. I didn't like it.
I agree. They do feel, the judges feel a lot more lenient with them when it comes to checking off the right boxes than they do with everybody else. Because like you said, that there was only one quick little 3 seconds of hip hop, and it was only one person doing it. And I was just like, okay, all right.
The food.
But like I said, it wasn't a bad performance. It just didn't meet the category for me.
Right.
Because Khalik's little lift and jump onto the stage was everything. That moment alone was it for me.
Yeah, I wrote that down. It was good.
Scores, everybody. Balenciagas. I already gave mine.
I would have gave them a 7.
Do you want me to speak on how I felt about it?
Go ahead, Diego.
Okay. So, the category, we had to incorporate hip hop. I felt like the House of Balenciaga did not incorporate enough hip hop and blend hip hop and Vogue together. I personally feel that the outfits were not. I didn't see it in the outfits. I didn't see it in the performance. It's no shade. And I listen. My mother is a part of that house. But it's just, this is my own personal opinion. And, to have the judges tell you that we didn't see enough art in your wardrobe, and then to look at theirs was just like, okay. I personally would have given them a 7. I don't think they should have had anything over a 7, if that. You clearly seen, personally, again, the weakness of the team when Honey is not there. And again, they're all, I think Khalik is talented. Obviously, my mother is amazing. She's not a dancer. But, I do feel like the performance could have been more. I do feel like it could have been more, and they could have blended in more hip hop. because everybody did. And so I would have gave them a 7.
I also gave it.
How you feeling?
I mean,
Did you?
I know what they're going through because losing a member and stuff, but knowing that it can mess up their minds. But I give them a 7 too, because they should have to put more little hip hop in it instead of just having Malik just flying and then just having one person just doing their one thing. And
like the only person that really did hip hop was Cha Cha.
Yeah. No shade.
You know, it would have been great to see in the performance everybody do something together, or if they would have just highlighted different people doing different dance moves. You know, it could get a different eras or however they wanted to display the hip hop. It could have been more hip hop.
Yeah, definitely.
Still got next week, y'all. We'll see what they do
there. So then next up was
what did AJ give?
The house. Oh, AJ.
I said an 8, 8.5 if I could.
Oh,
okay.
Diego said nothing over a 7. He said nothing over a 7. I don't know.
Hey guys.
Right. And then next was what? House of Tishi.
Woo! Now they fucked it up. They checked every box for me.
They understood the assignment.
It was the colors for me.
It was Simone and everybody, but y'all know I love Simone.
Just getting back in a box. Oh my god, I loved it.
Andy's back. Yeah. all of it. The colors.
Yes.
Like the boxes that they were standing on, the light coordinated with their outfits, like the. It was
everything. It was just production. It was production. It was from beginning to end, fully thought out. I felt like they thought about literally every detail.
Yeah, I loved it all.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I would have gave them 10s. I thought they did an amazing job with the story that was behind it. I live to be able to tell a story. I thought they told a story. I thought the costume, the wardrobe was amazing. The hip hop was there. They did amazing. I do feel like they should have been Superior House of the Night, just based off that performance. Based off that performance alone, they definitely deserved it. It was nothing wrong with that performance. They were having fun. Everybody looked great with their little individual, like little hip hop moments. Again, the lights flickering, the wardrobe, the makeup, like it was. They were in character the whole time. It was great. I loved it. And again, it's it's for us. Like it's I don't get to see, like sometimes we don't get to all see the performances based on like who's up next and the rotation and things like that. And also too, because of COVID, things were just filmed a little different. So I didn't see like, you hear, oh, wow, they got this high score, but you don't really get to see it till like, obviously it airs. So, and I was just like, whoa, definitely gagged. So shout out to the house of Tishi because y'all ate that the fuck up.
Listen, I don't have nothing bad to say. And Gia, I was so happy to see her moving again. Last week I feel like they had her a little stationary for a long time, which it fit their performance, but it was great. Like they all was moving. It was great.
G was voguing.
10s across the board. Yeah. Paris, you got anything?
10s, honey.
I just want to say that the motherfucking House of Tishi definitely set the tone for this episode. It was flawless victory.
Yeah. I think didn't Laomi said that this was the best performance on Legendary. Period.
So it was. It really was. I don't really know because our episode 5. It was.
So is episode 5 triggering for you, Zapiris?
Yes, it is triggering for me, and I'm gonna talk more in depth about it later on in the conversation. But
Okay, after the Tishis was the Muglers.
Miyake-Mugler.
Y'all was up. And so, see, y'all had did it for me too. Y'all had did it for me. It was, I agree that it was Arturo for me. Not that you did anything wrong. You know, you didn't do nothing wrong. I'm just saying
I got feedback
picked
for
it
you
up.
on Diego.
Yeah,
What's up? What's the
Nah.
feedback?
It's later on. It's coming.
Later on.
We'll get there.
Oh, we ain't got to the category yet. But y'all did great. It's something about, I feel like the judges be really hard on y'all's house in particular. I don't know what it is, but they don't like you. Not you, but y'all. Well,
Yeah,
not that they don't like y'all, but they
I
real
felt-
hard.
I felt the same way. I did feel like, we, being up there and seeing what was getting tens, for performances, and then seeing what's getting tens on wardrobe, and then, it's very, it was rough. It was rough. It gets very discouraging because we go out there. We've all been dancing for a long time in voguing, and we've all worked together. My house is known as a performance house. We always been, not just for this TV show. We do before all of this. Toro has been teaching, people for a long time. He's taught the best in the scene. So, it was very. I don't know what it was. Maybe that was what it was. I don't know, but I did feel like we were just being like judged very, very hard. And it just, it made us just work even more harder. So yeah, I really don't know, but I do feel the same way everybody else felt.
I have some notes.
Oh, great.
Oh no, you can go ahead first.
No, I was gonna say I really thoroughly enjoyed y'all's performance, like beginning to end. Y'all had stories.
Girl, you better shake that body. Girl, you better
and
shake that body. No, it was fun. It was fun. I had a great time. Like we wanted to have fun. Like so.
My notes are all positive, by the way. I like that you got to the different ages of hip hop.
Yeah.
And how it was like quick and to the point, so it wasn't like drawn out. So like how you did that. I thought it was very clean overall. Like it was pretty clean, y'all all together. I love a little bunny hop. I went to college in South Florida, and that kind of reminds me of something I saw in South Florida a lot. So I like that. I said I wanted it to be longer. I feel like it ended so fast. Maybe because I was enjoying it. It was like good, and then it was like over, and I was like, wait, that was it?
Yeah. I think it was because the way, like, I thought the same way rehearsing it. I was like, why does it feel so? Because I think because we have done so everything you have seen, it was like move after move after move after move. So it was like kind of broken up in a way. So it did feel short.
Yeah. By the time y'all all came together as one, it was
Yeah, it was short, and and also to the past few balls we've been a unit. So this is actually the first time us actually branching out, and like besides when we did Tinseltown Tati, but like making sure like we highlighted her, because that was something that we needed to make sure we do. So. It was great.
Someone says you didn't highlight her enough.
We didn't highlight Tati enough.
I mean, she came. She came from the back. Like
she was the art piece. Her reference. I don't know if anybody caught the reference, but her reference. It was. I don't know if you watched Cardi's B video. I think it was the Money video. She had that black thing, like that was our reference. We put the Basquiat reference on top of that. I thought the judges. I'm super happy that Jamila understood the reference, because I know that Megan was saying that she didn't see enough, and then Taraji agreed. and Law actually corrected them, because I feel like because we did the eras, we broke each era down. So like, everybody had a little bit of hint of, Basquiat somewhere. Like I did the early 2000s where like, they wore basketball jerseys and like, high top Air Force Ones. And like, so we had it on our clothing. I didn't quite understand that, but I'm glad that Law and Jamila understood it and got it, because
surprisingly, but I guess he's the fashion.
I was super shocked. I was like, okay, minus Tati's pants, but
yeah, the pants were a little
Delta-ish.
When he said Delta, I almost fell out.
He said, "Thank you for flying Delta."
He said, "You want to mess the almonds."
I wish they were all black. I don't know what happened, but yeah,
it happened. Blame it on production.
Huh? I'm not. No. I wouldn't blame it on. I would not blame it on production, because we are actually in charge of our own costumes.
Oh, okay.
So that I would not do that on wardrobe, because that was not wardrobe at all.
No. So scores. What scores is everyone giving Miyake-Mugler?
Well, hold on. Let me do my review.
We had two. I'm gonna say we had two people that ain't said nothing. Y'all
sorry. Go ahead.
Y'all be so ready.
First of all, I'm gonna say y'all ate that. The choreography was clean. It was there.
What'd you say, Doug?
And I was just got it. I love the outfit. I love how Tati came out. I love how y'all gave her highlight and whatnot. But other than that, I feel like everything was there. Like everything was clean. The choreography, everything. So Mugler, y'all did that for me.
The Paris. They say be safe. Cause you driving, sis. Just be safe.
Don't worry about it. I'm going to say that I feel as though, everybody keeps asking why they're so hard on Mugler. I feel as though they're hard on Mugler for the simple fact that Arturo was our behind the scenes choreographer for season 1. So, with that stipulation, added to the fact that how did he leave and he's the host?
I was just wondering the same thing.
On top of the fact that he already had knowledge of the competition, like that might be why they are so hard on y'all, but it doesn't make it right. You know what I'm saying? Because from episode 1, y'all they put y'all spot in this competition, and every week it just seemed like he just nitpicking with y'all. Like no shade. Like I love what y'all did, bitch. I enjoy y'all every week. Y'all come out. It's always natural. It's always stage presence. It's always a full out performance. You know what I'm saying? This week was no different for me.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate like everybody like asks, like it's when you live it, and it's just like I had to like tell myself like, okay, this is how they feel. 4 to 5 judges, but I feel like other people, once they watch it, they'll feel different. So I always kept that in the back of my mind, because majority rules. So yeah. So thank you guys. So who was next? Oh, y'all scored.
I gave y'all a 9. I gave a 9.
Okay.
I gave a 9 as well.
Okay. Accurate.
I would have gave y'all a 10. I would have given y'all a 10.
I feel not.
I'll give y'all a 10. Y'all did it for me.
Let's see.
Hey.
Okay. So next is the Orichis. Now, they carried for me. Their performance was cute.
That was too.
Start to finish.
Yeah, their production was it.
That was
and it's
sick.
really it's Gillette. It's really Gillette for me. I don't be paying attention to nobody else.
I wrote Gillette.
It's all I see, and I try to look at everybody, but she just
Yeah, the pink wig. Yeah, the splatter. Eyeshadow. Their shoes.
But it was cute. The looks was cute.
I thought the light up were cute.
It was a nice touch. A nice touch.
I like Alora's moments as well when she had her little soul. I thought those were cute.
That was so New York.
Yeah,
it
was good.
That was so New York.
And Omari's dips, the two that I know for sure. I'm like, they all ate.
Yeah, what I wrote down for sure was Alora's solo was definitely the highlight for me. That the ending highlight when they did
doing their ever songs,
no music, that was the part that got me right there.
Okay.
And then their energy was on 10 also. That's what I also liked.
Yes.
Yeah, their energy was good.
But that solo music, that's the part where I was just like, okay, y'all got it.
Okay. I was here from it from beginning to end. I was up.
I thought the performance is great. I do feel like this was another house who I really, really enjoyed their performance this ball. I thought it was great. So I would have definitely gave them a 10.
They got 10s for me. The look, Gillette went around and beat everybody's face. I was here for it.
I love the Origis. So that's like our love sister house.
The little sister.
Where's the Paris at?
She getting home. She trying to get. She just getting home.
Yeah, I gave him a 9.
I gave him a 10. And that's what I wrote down. Gillette in the middle and Amari's dips. That's exactly what I wrote. Huh?
I said I would
Last.
and I love their outfit.
Hey, Twitter.
Yeah, it was.
And that makeup was everything. That makeup was nasty.
Yes, it was. That. Last but most certainly not least, we got my favorite house. Hey y'all, the Garçons, and they did it for me. They have since the show started. I like their looks. I like the performance. I like that they highlighted Tonka. I mean, it was cute. Overall, it was cute. It was a nice, solid performance. I thought Sasha's little slide split in between Tonka's legs and Tonka's little stank walk. That was the moment for me once they came back.
Yo, when that moment, I was like, did she just slide? Like, wait, what?
Like, what? Like, it was so unexpected.
It was very.
It was unexpected.
It was.
And so that's why I like it.
I can't remember what part it was exactly. It was a little fumbly at one part. I
don't know. As much as I love Savion, his duck walk wasn't cute for me.
So it was a part of me that was a little fumbled, but I was like, okay. But Stasha Split saved it for me. The outfits were very nice, and I felt like Savion's body. That was a nice body to look at. So that saved it.
Baby, the wig they put on Tonka, I was like, okay. The little crisscross hair. I was here for it.
I like their looks. I love Tonka's was highlighted, especially when he was twerking. I love that the split was cool. I love that it was very unexpected. I just wish maybe she had been involved a little bit more outside of the split. I remember her seeing much.
I agree with that. No, it was really the opening. Because at first I didn't even realize they were all laying on top of that. On top of the little gown thing that they had on the floor. At first I didn't even realize everyone was laying on top of it.
It was the angle.
The opening
because once they came up, I could see that they were laying there.
It was cute.
So Paris, what you think?
Cause she looking, baby.
You gotta come off mute.
You muted, baby.
Oh, my bad. Y'all started. I started going off. I feel like if y'all gonna come back and y'all gonna review season 3, I need y'all to grow some balls. The girl song just did not hit it for me this week. It wasn't that week. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know, and granted, like I said in the beginning, if you know these people inside ballroom, you would know that none of them walk performance. None of them. So the fact that this show is based all solely around Vogue, it puts them at a disadvantage. So the stuff that they do be doing, like the fact that they was duck walking and stuff like that, is commendable. However, we just gotta be fair. You gotta call a spade, and this just wasn't their strongest week to me.
It's definitely not their strongest week. No, I wouldn't say that. But I still liked it. Maybe I'm biased. They my favorite house, so yeah. Don't get. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm a little biased.
At the beginning, it wasn't too clean. Like it was. That's why I kept saying like it was fumbly at the beginning. Like I feel like Tonka had a nice solo. Like they highlighted what they took to the judges' critiques and did what they asked. But then as they were performing, it was when Tonka was helping everybody up, and then a little bit after that, when they all started dancing together, that's when I started noticing like it was kind of off. Like homie's biggest critique be like, y'all need to be in sync. Y'all need to be synchronized. It wasn't really synchronized. However, I gave them 8. But that's all. Love y'all.
Ooh.
I also gave them 8.
I would have gave him a fat 7.
Anybody else? Judges, you score.
Diego,
what you give him?
I was on mute. I'm muted. Sorry. I thought I'll start with the wardrobe. I thought the wardrobe for the House of Garçon was amazing, spot on. Everybody's like different versions. It was everything. I really enjoyed the wardrobe. I like the entrance of the production. Sasha laying down. I thought the entrance was great. They were like laying on the gown thing that she was wearing. Them highlighting Tonka was amazing. There was just some parts that could have been a little clean. The duck walks could have been cleaner. I feel like some of the transitions could have been a little cleaner. Mm-hmm. So for that, I would give them an 8.
And John, what did you say?
Well, I'm going to give them an 8 too, because I felt like I did love their look, and I did love how Sasha didn't come at the end. It did save them, and how Tonka got his highlight. But overall, their transition could have been a little bit cleaner, and their choreography could have been a little bit more up there. But other than that, Savion, I live for his duck walk, and I would have gave them an 8.
Because I'm real then. See, even though maybe I'm not that biased, I gave it an 8.
How he brought everybody up, it was everything. But I would give him an 8.
I gave them an 8 too. So I'm not that biased then, if everybody agreed. Okay. So before we move into the second category, Josh, I want to talk to you for a second because you wasn't here in the beginning. And so, you made your way on and off of pretty early. So just how you been feeling? How did that? I know that hurts to be making all the way to episode.
My hand's good. My hand's been great. I'm just ready to get back on the floor. I've been
trying to get back
quick. I've been it's been a crazy recovery, but other than that, I live for the house, and I'm proud of them for what they did, and even without me, I love everybody. But other than that, I hope I do come back. But other than that, everything is good. My hand is fine.
We just okay. Give it to him. That's good. I'm glad that everything's good. Recovery is good. Glad to have you. Sad that you had to go so soon, but glad to have you here. Now, second category was body. Yes, this is one of my favorite categories.
Yes, I'm ready for this.
I'm getting hot, so I'll take this shirt off.
Ooh,
This
we don't mind. Go ahead. Okay.
being we going on this the second category and what took place. It's a little hot, and I'm hot. So
You ready to talk about it?
let's talk about it. The second category.
Because I mean, even on the, you seemed a little pressed on the episode.
Woo! Why'd you use the P word?
I was not pressed.
Not the P word.
We won't say pressed, but
Okay.
I was definitely. I mean, I don't have to listen. I'm gonna let the people speak.
Okay. Who wants to kick it off?
You kick it off. Who do we have up first?
Let me kick it off. I'm gonna host this segment.
Oh.
All right. So
Go for it. We
had
this.
the motherfucking body category. Now, mind y'all, body is not sex siren. Okay, it's not about.
People get that very confused.
Thank you.
It's not about who
body.
You
is not about sex appeal. Again, not about sex appeal. But finish. I'm gonna let you go ahead. Take the wheel.
It's not sex siren. It's not about sex appeal. It's about your physique, what your body looks like. You know what I'm saying? The tone, the muscles, the definition. Okay. So
definition. Heavy on the definition.
Heavy on the D. Who was the first person out?
Kylie.
That's what I was talking.
Kylie started.
Yes.
Kylie. Oh my God.
Kylie.
I was proud.
I live for, first of all, just the look in general was it for me.
Yeah.
Right. I live for the whole look, no shade. The body type that she had is definitely she had a nice silhouette. Like they pulled it together for I loved her look. I would have gave her 10s.
Yeah.
I gave her 10s too. She would have made
I would have definitely gave Kylie 10s. I thought she looked really, really great. And I know that she was a little self-conscious about, walking body and based off her story. But I thought she did amazing. I was like, girl, like, you're going to kill it. Like, you're going to do, like, we had a whole sit down, like, behind the scenes. And, like, we spoke. And I was just like, just do you, like, have fun. And so I was super happy to see her, like, really be, like, in her shit. And like she killed it. I was smiling from the back. I was like, wow, she's amazing. But shout out to Kylie.
Shout out to Kylie Icon.
Yes. Because she had did that.
She did. Who was next?
And then who was next? CJ, we know you got the notes.
I got it all written down. I have a lot of notes.
Oh, Shannon was next.
I wrote thick with a whole lot of C's.
I would have chopped her.
I would have too. I'm sorry. Okay, I thought it was just me. I didn't like it. I really didn't like it.
Can I hear why we didn't like it?
Up so y'all can see because I like for everybody. This was not flattering. Like
I didn't think so either.
It's just like when we go back to Kylie. Kylie is not bodied out or anything like that, but what she had on worked for her body type. Yeah, exactly. What Shannon had on was just it was just too sloppy for me. No shade. It was no.
I agree with that.
I would have chopped her
because like it was almost like it was not quite sex siren, but it was like between body and sex siren. Like it wasn't really given. I don't know.
It was more sex than anything.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean it was definitely more sex. Yeah.
So and I'm just asking just for me and the people that don't know. So body, you're supposed to come out and walk with confidence, or like what's the category given? Exactly.
I mean, yeah, it's confidence, but you still have to present your body in the most flattering way.
Let me tell you
something. I feel like here's the thing, and I also too I wish would elaborate on this a little more about the body category and the difference between body and sex siren. Because being sexy, you can be sexy and be in a jock strap, a thong, but you also could be sexy in a suit.
Yeah.
With no shirt. I've seen it happen in balls where, you know, you have people that walk in these underwear and things like that, and somebody is like, you know, in some dress pants, and you can exude sex without having the over the top sex. So that is a more confidence. That is a more confidence thing. Sex siren, you have to have confidence. Going back to what the pastor was saying, I feel like with the body, it's all about definition. Your curves, you know, being toned, you know, it's body.
It's
you know. So I do feel like some majority of the people that did walk the category and were selling sex.
Someone asked if she was wearing pants.
And not
what?
Someone asked what?
If she was selling panties. Speaking of, you said selling sex. Someone is wearing.
Oh, Lord.
I was like, speaking of selling sex.
So I you know, that's my personal opinion, you know.
Okay, so y'all letting her through? Y'all giving her 10s?
Who, Shannon?
Yes,
Shannon.
Of course, I'm giving her 10s. I mean, she does. She does have body. She does have body.
Not Diego. Are you giving her 10s because she's your mother?
No, because she does. No, listen. Here's the thing. I'm not giving her 10s because she's my mother. Because I'll be honest, and if you are listening, if you are watching, I personally feel like it was more leaning towards the sex side, because I have seen her walk body, and she has gave me body. You can be covered up and still walk body. It was more on the sex side. Yes, I would have given her 10s because she does have body. Your body can be you know, she has a luscious body. Again, like, you know, again, she does have body, but it was just she exuded so much sex that overtook the whole body aspect, because also too what she was wearing.
Yes. And for me, it was what she was wearing. She would have got chopped for what she was wearing. For me,
it wasn't flattering.
And I love my mother down, but yes, I would have definitely gave her. I would have definitely gave her 10s. Ooh, the outfit was giving me Walmart lingerie. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. It definitely wasn't Walmart, because that lady, and now I'm a defend. I don't know who that was in the comment. Now I'm a defend. That was definitely.
Read the comments, Diego. You're a celebrity now. We don't read comments.
That was definitely a designer. What she was wearing. And that was not wardrobe either. That was her own garments.
Right.
So I would definitely defend her on that. Ain't nothing Walmart about nothing about Walmart about that lady.
We don't read the comments.
I believe that. I believe that. 17 million.
Okay, 17 million.
I was gonna say, I believe with that. I believe it. No shade. Who was next?
We had Dro next. Dro.
He would have got 10s. I would have gave to him.
He got a 10 from me.
I gave him.
Look, as Diego drinks his water.
See, this is what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? Because I already set the tone. I would have chopped them. No shade. I would have chopped them on the basis that, again, it was just too much sex for me. Like, I
don't remember his 10. I didn't think his 10. I knew the battle was definitely a lot more sex.
The 10s gave the same thing. Very lustful. Very.
Well, I mean, give the people what they want, whether they know what it's supposed to be or not.
I'm just being fair, you know, at this point. If I chop Shannon, I gotta chop everybody else's 7-6 to me.
But I didn't think his outfit was as bad.
He had
I
on
don't
a
know. It's just
motherfucking bikini.
I mean, it was just
He had a
it was just a bikini
Handprints
he had
on
on
it.
he had on black underwear that had the
paint
handprints
on
all
it.
over paint
Yeah.
paint spots, whatever. That was funny. Um, yeah, I'm gonna skip this.
So are the
Sorry.
hands supposed to? So are the
I
hands
think
just
I'm.
supposed to be like hands touching all over his body?
I'm not sure. I don't
Yeah.
know what the concept was. I don't know what the concept was.
Body.
hmm That's what it gave.
Okay.
You said body.
Well, so are we?
I gave him 10s. Okay, he made it through for me.
Me.
Okay. Well, up next, I'll start since I'm keeping score. It's Mr. Diego himself. Once he snatched
Oh,
off the shorts,
the moment.
it was
The
over.
moment.
It was over. That's what I wrote. Diego snatched some shorts off. ... Baby.
Let
And
me
then I
tell
also
you.
wrote BDE. So I was like, that's what it was given.
hmm
Why you
I
fanning?
hate that y'all gonna turn me red. Y'all gonna make me blush. Y'all make me. I'm just playing.
It's okay. I like to put off the camera for a second if you need to, and then you can come back if we make you blush. It's all right.
I said I just like this category a lot of pairs. That's why.
And I
That's
will
why you
say,
fanning?
you were flexing, like you were giving me that Mr. Universe, like the like because you're actually showing your physique, so you're doing like that bodybuilder type of stuff. And I used to work in the gym, so I've seen a lot of dudes flexing like that, and that's kind of what it reminded me of. So that's why I personally think you should have
I mean,
taken
you
that
gave
over.
body, you gave physique, you gave poses, you
You
gave.
gave
I'm gonna walk
definition.
all the way down here.
Heavy on a D.
The
I'm
D,
not gonna
Heavy
lie.
on the
heavy
D.
on the D.
VOD. I love that.
So I watched it with my boyfriend. Both were like, "Damn." So
I
So
mean,
y'all looking for
it was-
roommates?
hey,
So I was really excited about walking this category. And I was excited about walking it for a few things. One, I got chopped the last time I walked the category, which I was a little shocked. I was really shocked that I got chopped. And then the second reason I was excited about walking this category is because this is a lifestyle thing for me. I've always been pretty active and really heavily into fitness. So, doing the show, going to the show, I was like, oh, this obviously this is like my category. Like I'm not playing around.
You didn't play around.
So I did goop. I did gag. I gagged that I lost the category. But it was great because I know that I looked good. And so that's all that matters. And then it definitely told today with, I had to turn off my notifications.
imagine.
When you
So,
walked that,
okay.
ooh,
so I hope everybody enjoyed that reveal. My grandmother called me and was like, boy.
We enjoyed
But no, it was, I had fun doing it. I really did. So I hope everybody enjoyed it just as much as I did.
Oh, it was a moment. It was a moment.
I just want everybody that's watching and everybody on the panel to just relax.
You've been saying that all day.
Not relaxed. No, it was dope.
You were right.
Did you guys think that I should have won the over Hydra?
Yes.
Okay.
You gave more body, he gave more sex, but apparently that's what they were looking for. So
I
Well,
think
I agree. You should have taken that.
I'm gonna tell you like this because I already went through the process. I knew you wasn't gonna win.
Right, I said that. I said the same thing. No shade.
It was too.
I knew
It was obvious, so they're not gonna do the obvious thing.
Yeah, that's really what it was.
Up
H1
next.
female.
Oh, anyone else have anything
Was-
to say about Mr. Diego?
Do what?
Oh no, he got his 10.
Oh yeah, that's obvious. It's Tez across the board. That was very apparent. So up next we have Orichi.
Who walked for
Oh
Richie?
yeah, I would have chopped her too. What's her name? The one
Remy.
to be in drag. Remy, yeah.
Yeah.
She was.
I would've
actually-
chopped her
She
too.
actually gave me because she had a little cake. You know.
It was. I knew immediately somebody was gonna chop her.
I did too.
I knew. I was like, baby.
I wonder why they didn't have Omari walk there.
If for me, I think the wings were. That's the one with the wings, right?
Mhm.
I think the
Yeah.
wings were too distracting. Like I was just kind of looking at the wings and how they was kind of like bouncing around
It
his
was-
back. I was like maybe without the. I'm like
was-
maybe if you were selling more confidence and not with the distract. I just felt for me it was distracting.
Yeah, he
Yeah, it
didn't
don't
have
matter. It could be
enough
Infinite Mama. Like,
confidence for me. Like it was the way he was selling it. It still kind of looked awkward.
That too.
And so
Yeah.
he did say that it was his first time walking that category. So like I get it. Like it's your first time. You really don't know what it's giving. And you on TV. So I get it. But they should have sent somebody else, I feel.
I agree.
Really
So-
anybody else.
Wow.
That's not bad. Is that bad? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
Well,
There now.
well,
I already
lessons
said
were
it. I'm
learned, I
sorry.
guess, but nothing else. So
I-
moving on, are anyone else have anything to say about Arithi?
Oh no, it's a chop for me.
Yeah, it was a chop. The last one we have was Stacia Garcon. I lived for that, especially the way she came up out that coat and just stood there.
Now, at first, I was a little like, why the hell she got all these clothes on? Like, at first, I was like, okay, and I was like, it's taking her a long time to take that coat off. Like, what are we doing? I was like, baby, she finna get chopped. Oh my god, I was scared. But the moment she stepped out of it, I was, oh, yeah, it was over. But I feel like she could have did that like 2 seconds sooner. Yeah, she could have did it 2 seconds sooner. Other than that, it was still fun.
So like in a regular ball, like that's allowed though. Like you're able to come out and do that.
Hey, you do whatever you want. Well, yeah. I mean, I would have get it's 10s. She got a 10s. The bodysuit was everything. It was cute.
She had 10 for me too. They
It was
revealed
cute.
it.
Now I would. Oh, we ain't got there yet. Go ahead, everybody. 10s across the board.
Yeah,
13.
Tens.
Now we get into the battles, and this is where I was sad they put y'all against each other first, because it was you and Stasha first, right?
it was, yes. Sorry, guys. The battle started. It was process of elimination, which to me, my personal opinion, it was the way they did it was just like it was not quite fair.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have rotated. They could have did the 2 people on the outside and did it like that way instead of doing like a process elimination, because like the person that's, if you're the 5th one, the last battle, and you didn't really have to work up this, you know what I mean? To keep battling somebody over and over again. The judges lose interest, can lose interest very, very, very easy.
Yeah.
So
I agree with
I feel like that could have been rotated a little different. But yes, to start off the battle, it was me and Sasha. And I won over her for body. And
Which I agreed, even though she looked good.
No, she looked amazing. I was definitely shocked. Well, not really shocked. Well, kinda.
The Paris
And not really
came
shocked.
in a little bit.
We talking about the category though.
I said he won. All I said was she still looked good. I can't say that. Like damn. So then that's when was Dro next after that? Yes. And then that's where things went.
See, let me break this down to you.
That's when they robbed Diego.
This is where at some point I understand that blame it on production. I understand that ballroom is based solely off opinion. You know what I'm saying? These people pick and they vote based off of their opinion, but it still has to make sense at some point. Okay, so my whole thing was, even if y'all did allow this gorgeous man to be set by Dro, how did y'all backdoor and allow Shannon to be him? It just didn't make any sense to me. Like,
me either.
So basically, what y'all saying is that y'all would allow Shannon to sit Diego as well, but it's not, evidently he was the body on that category. He should have won easily, hands down. But it's production.
Yeah, that's like after you and Dro's battle. Everything after that, I was kind of confused. Everything after that, I was nothing after that made any sense.
It didn't, because I was confused.
Oh my god, the judges looked like they were scared. They didn't know what to do.
Megan looked tired.
I don't know.
Who said
I
that?
don't know.
Who said that? Megan looked tired.
She did. She looked like she was ready to go home. She looked like she had a bad attitude.
It was the end of the day. She worked all day.
That's how I felt.
She ready to go home. I mean, at the end of it all, Shannon Balenciaga took it and added 10 points to her house's score, making Balenciaga the superior house of the night. I do not agree at all. I don't like this whole number system they're using this season because it doesn't seem I don't like it. I liked it better when they did.
Actually, see, that's the evil, because I never even realized that about y'all battles. In season 1, it wasn't a process of elimination. It was the first 2 people, the next 2 people, like that. So I'm just not realizing that they did change that. But I love the fact they have scoring system, because we didn't get to know.
It would be better if the scoring system made sense. The thing is, they just give whatever numbers they want. Like, it's no real.
I feel like they did the scoring system for people at home to kind of understand like, okay.
Wait, you got muted.
Can you guys hear me?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
From a 1 to 10 like scale, what would you give this house? So for viewers at home that really don't know ballroom, it was easy for them to be like, okay, cool, I would give them a 7, you know. So it made it a little more relatable, I feel like, to the audience. So that's why I feel like they had the number system.
Yeah, and like I said, the number system would be great if the judges made sense with their numbering system. Because sometimes, like, they'll give houses that did absolutely nothing 9s and 10s, and then give houses that really showed their ass like a 6, and I'm confused. So that's why I'm like, I don't really like it, because it doesn't really set it up. It still doesn't set it up fairly, in my opinion. Just based off of how the judges are giving their scores. Because they'd be like, ooh, they gave this house this, but I like this house more, so I'm going to give them a score just to bump them up a little bit. That's what it seems like.
Right.
So that's what I don't like about it. Because I feel like last season, like, the tops and the bottoms made more sense. Like, they were more realistic as to, like, who actually did good and who didn't, as opposed to who was the favorite and who wasn't.
But see, I feel like with them, y'all don't know the anxiety of how that felt being backstage and not knowing where you fell in the rankings at all. Because, like, they had a scoring system our season. They just never showed y'all. And they never told us what our scores were. We just come back to the stage and it's like, boom, this was the superior house and these are 2 bottom house. And you like, well, damn, how did we get there?
Yeah. I get it. I mean, I get it. But overall, if you ask me, it was Tishi. Like, they would have been superior house if I made that decision. But yes, bottom 2 houses ended up being the Mugler
Mhm.
and Icon. Yeah, so it was Jamil and who did y'all send out? What was his
Malik.
name?
Malik.
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 Baby, this was the first real Vogue battle this
Yes.
season.
I
Yes.
feel like
This
Malik
was
ate.
they
And I feel like we got
Vogue
everything.
down.
Everything. They split the screen when they started spreading out, and I like that part.
I appreciate that.
That's what they need to keep that. They need that's
Yeah.
something a decision production needs to. Wait, okay, so they need this y'all's producers back, at least two of them or something, because it's some about. I also don't this season like the way the categories are. I don't necessarily like that every week it's a house production. Like I appreciate it. I like house production, but now it almost feels like America's Next Vogue crew and not like ballroom. You know what I mean? Like. And so I liked last season how like each episode had its own actual categories. Like, you walked yours with the hair and there's 3 different categories, and then it really gave time to focus on the individuals and not just the whole house.
Right.
So I feel like last season y'all got more one-on-one time to where we got to know each person as an individual, and you got to walk your own actual category and not just performance. So yeah. I missed that. I will say I missed that from season 1. So production, if y'all watching, get your shit together. And that's coming from me. But y'all have anything else about
Close
this
it, close it,
episode?
and
How
then
did y'all
come
feel
back.
about the battle?
We'll do that. Close this. Get out.
I felt like with the battle, I felt like Jamil had a lot of compassion. That's what it was for me. Compassion. I like that he even went out there and just said like he's doing it for his kids. Like, he's got to put on for his kids and everything. With Malik, I feel like Malik danced his ass off though. He went out there.
She fucked that
No
up.
question.
He did it like his life depends on it, and so that's why I would say him. Now I did understand what Megan
Go back into your email,
by
log
like
in, and then she go.
Well, where is this Safari?
the attitude, I guess you could say.
Uh-huh.
Did y'all understand that part or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We can't
So Paris, this
difficulties.
that comment's for you, girl.
What?
That comment's for you.
Ain't nobody ever gonna top Michaela Lavin when it comes to battling. In what
I'm
world?
just waiting. Ain't y'all battled before? Like in real life, not on the show?
Plenty of times on the
Ooh,
floor.
she said plenty of times. She said plenty of times. Hey, London.
Mother Scotta. Okay, so what I want to say is, I agree, and I didn't realize that neither until last week when we had Gillette on here. That the one thing that I missed from the show was like the backstories. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's what.
they haven't, since the whole Grand House March, they really haven't drifted back into individual stories. You know, they're not telling. Somebody eat some chips. Is that you, John?
I don't know where
You
that
guys hear
sound's
me?
coming from.
Okay. So ever since ever since the Grand House March, they haven't really dibble dabbled anybody else's behind like their stories, where they come from, our room, you know. And I feel like that is a piece that I felt was a great
It was good.
season 1. So
Yeah.
the fact that they aren't touching on that, it really does sadden me, because even like Diego, I've never met Diego in the ballroom scene. And like, this is him being on the show is like me learning him, and even still, like, I want to know more. And I feel like they haven't, like they just haven't really gone the extra mile to like really let us know
Tell the
who
stories.
the cast is. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I mean. Like, I miss that, getting to know each person, like getting to know your story. What category do you actually walk? Like, we know you're here and this is what you got to do for the show, but like, what do you do? Like, what is, and I think that's what is missing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and now it just feels like America's Next Best Vogue crew, and not like the ballroom scene anymore. Like it's really getting way more TV than ballroom. And I
Yeah.
mean, of course, it's for TV, but I felt like last season they found a good way of like keeping it a little more true
A little more personal.
to ballroom.
Yes. Home. I did want to ask. I wanted to ask you, Diego. What was the environment for your team like?
I'm sorry, guys. I was like going through some little technical problems. What was the environment for my team? Um, wow, that's a really good question. The environment for us, I mean, it was we really didn't get to we weren't able to really communicate with the other houses like that because of because of COVID. Um, we did feel like we were being, you know, scored, you know, different when it came to, you know, we were just being scored very different. So I mean, that's how the environment felt to us. We were just being, the judges were being really, really hard on us. You know, the critiques weren't matching up with what they were saying. You know, Tinseltown, perfect example. You know, Law said the look is over, and then he says, "You guys are mistress of the night," but you give us an 8. You know, and there was no reason why. You know, hey, we're giving you an 8 because of this. I want to say one thing. I want to shout out Nico. I think he was an amazing judge. His critiques were like everything was just so on point. But he was actually one of my favorite judges. I thought he was incredible. But it was like, you know, all the time, like I felt like things weren't adding up, and it wasn't every judge. It was you know, a few. It was a few, but it was very confusing.
Did y'all
to
fight
the
any?
house. Our house, no. You know, my house, we didn't run into. You know, we're all from New York City, so we all work together. We all, again, we have been doing things. I know a lot of other houses were, you know, all scattered out. Like, we're all from New York, so we were able to really, really, you know, connect with each other on so many different levels. And you know, my house was super supportive with what was going on with me personally, what I was dealing with. And also too, Shannon was, you know, my mom, she was there, you know, helping me throughout the way. So we did not fight. No, we weren't fighting. We ain't getting to know, there wasn't none of that over there. And it's so funny when, you know, to hear the judge say, you know, we want to see a family and things, but it's like, we've been a family for years. Like, this ain't, we just came, you know, it was like, we all worked together. We did. And of course, like, you know, they're going to be crying and things like that. Bitch, they within the fucking bottom for 3 times in a row. This is the 3rd time. So of course they up there crying and shedding tears. And it was like, you know, I was like sitting there like, okay. And for somebody to tell you that you're cold, that is a very, very strong word to use. And what a lot of people didn't even know was, and not to put in my house member's business out, you know, Malik had lost his grandfather that day. Literally that day, that morning. And to have somebody, you know, to say to you that you're cold in the midst of your grieving, and you've been nothing but super consistent in delivering, and it was like, it was a lot. Like, it felt like somebody was going like this to us on stage. Like, that's what it felt like. It was very like, we were gagging, and I don't know if you see it in our faces, in our body language, but we were gagging.
So, for all the viewers at home, I just want y'all.
I felt like she, and you know, and again, like, I don't know if maybe she didn't mean to use that word. She just couldn't find another word to like describe it. Because like, cold is just like, you know, and it was really rough hearing that, because that's not who we are.
as individuals
Right.
and as a house.
Right. So what I want the viewers at home to realize is that what y'all see in this little hour episodes compares to nothing that the contestants actually have to go through on a day-to-day basis on that set. Um, the reason why I was asking about y'all environment was because on the stage and throughout this whole entire time y'all been there, I can't really. I know all of y'all are from New York, and I know all of y'all, know each other outside of TV. It's just I don't. Maybe it's the professionalism too. You know what I'm saying? Because I already when I seen a lineup, I was like, oh yeah, these are the girls. Like, they do their shit. So it might be the fact that y'all are always so poised. Like y'all don't, y'all seem like y'all are just down business. No shade. So it is a
Here's the thing. No, and it's so funny you said that. It was work for us. That's how we treat, and that's how we treated it. And it was like, okay, are we being too serious when we're coming out on stage? But also too, it was just like, okay, again, we have done so many things outside of this show, performances and things like that. So we just wanted to come be like, okay, this is work. We hit it, and we're here to do this, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sucked that people weren't able to really see how we were like really off camera, how we goofed off.
And that's what I would say too. I feel like probably during like y'all rehearsals, during y'all practices, that's where all of the light and the fun is that they don't see. So I feel like when you guys come out on stage, all we see is the seriousness, and we just see that y'all are there
showtime
and leave. So when y'all come out stage, or when y'all come on stage and y'all literally fuck it up and leave, us just watching. To us just watching, we're like, oh shit, they did a bomb ass job. But then when y'all walk off stage, it's like, are they happy that they did a good job? Do they want us to know they did a good job? But like you said, and like the parents also mentioned, like we missed the off-camera stuff. So it's like to us at home, we still want to see y'all in a bomb ass attitude. We want to see that y'all just have fun doing it, knowing that y'all just fucked it up and left.
Yeah,
So,
and then you want to know what else is crazy too? Is like that's why I say like I hate for y'all season that y'all had to go through this whole COVID situation because a lot of scenes that would have replaced, like even if y'all have noticed, season 1 productions versus what y'all see on television on season 2, they give them more camera time during their productions. A lot of our production was sliced like 30 minutes. Like y'all only got to see like 30 seconds of what really took place, whereas they are giving them a lot of more camera time when they are on that production. That it stems from the fact that they don't have all those extra cutscenes. Like y'all remember, y'all would see our houses interacting, like behind the scenes, almost type of stuff. Like, we had the different rooms, we had the library, we had, and it's just like those
that's
things.
what.
there we go.
Those are the moments that we're missing.
Right.
I agree. Those are the moments that are missing.
And what I will say also though is like I feel like to touch on COVID, I feel like if you guys had a live audience also, that would also help much more to hear them like chant y'all names or the houses or whatever that it is, and like to even just hear them probably chant out your individual name. That would hype y'all up also and put those smiles on your faces that they keep saying that they want to see from not just y'all house, but possibly everybody's houses also, So, but I feel like
you wanna know what else is the key? Like I'm waiting for the drama to kind of take, like y'all be shady on, what's the tea? Like but see, with the House of Mugler, it seemed like y'all are beefing with the judges. Like if nobody's really getting in, it's like every week they try y'all, bitch, y'all face be giving like, girl.
But they do try y'all.
Yeah, and it's just like y'all have this back and forth thing with the judges versus like, our season. It started to get like, well, with Ebony's particularly. That's why it's like the child fight, because it was so stressful. And the reason why, let's just go ahead and touch bases on why episode 5 is so triggering to me is to be in that environment around people that you never hang out with on a daily basis, and you have to work with these people. You have to work with attitudes. You have to work with, all these different type of things that not only you but everybody that's involved are not accustomed to dealing with. So in my particular situation, everybody always characterized me as the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you was on there acting up, acting a fool. But behind the scenes, what y'all don't get to see is, okay, well, if I'm so much of an issue, well, let me just pull myself out of the way and let y'all do what y'all do, and I'll learn. But once I did that, that didn't work. It still was always something like, was the parents this? You can't shut down. Well, if I don't shut down, then y'all gonna have to hit my mouth. So which one y'all want to do? So by the time we got to episode 5, and me disclosing everything about how I became to be the type of person I am, it was very emotional to see like how every time, I swear to y'all, the day before the ball is when we always got everything together. The 2 days prior to that, it was a waste of time. Like, we argued, they did the fool, but somehow, some way, they always pulled it together. And like for episode 5 to have finally had that performance and be sent home, it's like, and not only that, look what episode 5, they want to pay homage to hip hop. Y'all know what the Ebony's brought hip hop to legendary. No shade. So that's why this episode was triggering to me.
No, this what a lot of people don't understand is it's a lot, to work with different people, especially house members that you may have never, met before, and you've only seen, seeing it, for a 2 hour, 3 hours, or spent only, 4 hours at a ball, being kind of living with them, because these are people that you kind of live with, people that you're not staying in the same room, but you're spending majority of your time together. You're filming, you're rehearsing nonstop. People have different opinions. People have, it's really high pressure. People have different opinions on what should be doing. So making sure everybody is on one, on one chord, and everybody's all together. It's really important when you're doing group things together. So I understand where the arguments came from. There was times when I didn't want to film because I was personally just not wanting to film because I was dealing with, my mother's death. And, so it's just all of that. Or like, your house member saying full out, and I'm like, Malik, I'm going full out. How you telling me how, so it was like those little things, but I understood like what
I
we
knew
meant
it.
by that. And I didn't take it personal. I didn't take it personal when certain things were like being said, because, at the end of the day, like, we're all pushing each other and we're all working under pressure. And, again, like, you don't have a lot of time, honey. You do not have a lot of time. Everything is quick. Things are turned around quick on that show. I tell you that. Like, for us, we only really had one full day of like rehearsal, like 2 days of full rehearsal. And sometimes Toro, the way his brain thinks, a fucking engineer, like, we could never soak it in right away. Like, if we learned something, it was never soaked in, or if we did something, it was never soaked in, because we would change it if we didn't like it. The day before it, the night of, we would change it. So it's crazy, but it was amazing though. I wouldn't have traded it for anything.
So glad.
Y'all fucked it up and left.
I'm glad we all got the baby. Well, I look forward to seeing how how far
This
y'all make
next-
it. So
Yeah,
who's everybody's top 2? That's what I want to ask right now. As of right now, who's everybody's top 2? And you got to answer too, Diego, but you can't say yourself.
Well, what kind of?
We already know that. We already know. We other than you, we know you want you to win. We know that. But if y'all can't, who would you say your top 2 would be? Just thus far. Let's not move forward.
The House of Tishi.
Okay, I'll take that.
Obviously, like that.
I'll take that.
The Paris.
It's Tishi and Miyake for me.
Tishi and Miyake. Okay.
Mhm.
Honestly, I think I would say the same. And the Orichis are like right here.
Not you're not gonna put your favorite house in the top 2. You're not gonna be biased.
Well, I listen, they're my favorite, but I don't think they're gonna win. Let's be clear. They may be my fave, but that don't mean I think they're doing the best or I think they're gonna win. I'm a realist. I'm a realist. Just because somebody's my fave don't mean they turned it.
Okay.
Oof. It's getting hot.
Are you still looking at my dude? Like what? Girl, I know you working.
Girl, the room that I'm in, the air is off, okay?
Oh.
Well, I will say for me, it's Tishi and Mugler as well. Mugler kind of, well, I would say Tishi came out the gate swinging from day one, and I love that they're all dancers, so they have a special place in my heart. But when Mugler came out and they were giving me that, well, what they called it Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I mean, that kind of reminded me, I loved it. And that was like I know you rolled your eyes, but I legit I love Power. I loved it. Like I did. I loved it. And that's the moment that kind of caught my attention.
My hair out when I hear it. I'm just like,
you know what? And you want to know what else? I'm not saying this just because my dude on here. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this because I'm just a realist. Like, how dare y'all keep saying like the Miyake's from episode 1? No shade. That first episode, they really played.
Y'all been eating.
They had the best production in that first episode. No shade.
It was amazing.
Y'all did. They played. They really that day. They played in y'all face.
I really like
and the sloth episode. The sloth episode. They really played in y'all's face with the sloth episode.
Now let me tell you something, baby.
Did y'all live for that intro?
It was. It was. They've been
the intro.
Really,
the intro.
They making y'all work for y'all.
They are making them work.
They really want y'all to work for y'all.
Did one of you guys piss one of them off before the show started? We don't know about it.
Who man you fucking?
No.
You fucking somebody. Like, what happened? They don't like y'all.
Nobody.
Good answer.
Fucking nobody.
He said good
answer. No, this season it's great. I mean, there's a lot of talented people on this.
It is.
This season, like when I found out that I got cast for it, and then being in the hotel and not.
What was your initial first reaction when you got casted? What was it? Give it to us.
You know what? I'm gonna be really, really honest. So when they did the casting, we wasn't sure who was gonna be the 5 because there was an alternate person just based off of COVID and things. And we were arriving to LA on the 17th, I believe, and I didn't find out to the 16th, like early that morning, like at 3:00 in the morning. And I woke up that morning and I checked my email and I had, confirmation, and I was like, oh my God, but my bags is already packed. How I felt, I was excited, but I really couldn't celebrate, to be honest. Because like 6 hours for me waking up, I found that my mother had died. So it was very, I just felt really numb. I was asking myself, like, was I going to do the show? I was confused. I was just lost. I really didn't know what to do. I had called production and told them what happened. And they were super supportive and reached out. And I sat down and spoke to my family. And I decided to do the show. So, the plane ride was really rough for me. The 7 day of quarantine was, it was worse. I really had to like sit in my feelings, really process everything. But I feel like I wouldn't have had it any other way because it made me really be like, okay, you're here, what your mother would have wanted. And it made me just reflect on a lot of different things that I probably wouldn't have reflected on if I didn't, get casted for the show. You know what I mean? And people grieve in different ways. So I was actually really able to just sit. Anybody that knows me, that's very hard for me to do. I'm just moving around. So I was really, I sat and, and processed everything. So, yeah. It was rough. It was really, really rough. Like this season was just like, this season was just like, it was just crazy. Like Egypt, like, and his room was next door to mine. So yeah, it was just a lot of like I was just like, oh my God, like it was a lot. A lot of people had people that passed away. Honey. So it was 3 cast members and then like Malik. It was just like, I felt like we just couldn't get a break. And people don't understand, like, you're under pressure and you're dealing with your own personal things, and then having stress on top of that because you want to do great. So I take my hat off to everybody.
We take a cast member because
that had to be real hard to do. And like she said, you look like what you were going through because you powered through it.
Okay.
The strength my mom was with me. Thank you. Guys.
All right. We have went well over our time.
Any more questions?
But it was so great talking to you.
I only have one more.
Oh, go ahead.
Thanks.
What's the question?
Thanks.
So what are your arm workouts? Because your arms look nice. So
yes.
I need to work on chest. So what do you do? What is that you do?
Diego, and before you answer that, I want you to know my mama said, because my mama's watching.
No.
My mama said all the Diegos in the world is fine because he's been flexing them bows this whole time.
Wait, what happened? Wait, I'm so sorry.
CJ asked you what was your arm workout, and I was agreeing because my mama said, are all the Diegos in this world is fine because he's been flexing them bows this whole time.
I work out a lot. Yeah, that's it.
Hey,
I
mama.
just love working out. But hey, mama, what's up? Thank you. I haven't been just when I move, my arm just have big biceps.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, let's try.
What did you say about this mother-in-law?
Who mama-in-law? I was gonna tell you to tell your mama to relax.
Yo.
Oh my God. Y'all are crazy. But all right, y'all. We're going to wrap this up. But remember, if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you are in need of HIV syphilis testing or would like to get on PrEP, call us at 214-393-3700. Okay?
Yes.
And that's it for tonight, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, my beautiful co-host. This was wonderful. This was a great episode.
Yeah,
I hope next week is just as good, or I'm reading everybody. And that's that. I'll see y'all next week.
How many episodes do y'all have this season? 9?
Mm-hmm.
Can we bring my man back at episode 8?
We're gonna have everybody back eventually. We're gonna bring y'all back.
We want Diego back for sure.
We're gonna have a reunion for the show.
Which y'all wanna see. Y'all wanna see more of me in the Speedo or something?
No.
If you can.
Not for them to
yeah.
We're not gonna say no.
Oh my God.
Everybody just relax.
Okay, it's a
Just
pair of
relax.
slacks. Okay,
I ain't wearing them. I ain't wearing no more speedos.
Thank you, babe. Ah.
thank you, Daddy.
Oh.
Man,
You know
And
what?
she still over there feeling. That's why your AC not working.
y'all.
Gotta go.
Y'all
All
have
right,
a great
guys.
night. Thank you.
Everybody have a great night. Thank you guys for having me again. Wow, much love.
Bye.
Thanks
Bye.
for coming.
night.
Bye.
No, girl, that wasn't for you. See, she's doing a lot. Get her off the air.